You know what guys can be like with hobbies. They soon become obsessions. After Mr. Blake's wife split, he'd gone through the ringer of activities. Now, inexplicably, he was a beekeeper. I guess it's kind of become a noble pursuit. Every time I turn on the news, I'm hearing about how bees are necessary for the future of the human race. If I'm honest, I kind of find them fascinating, and as a hobby, it was one of Mr. Blake's better ones. Building ships in bottles seemed utterly pointless to me, but this new venture seemed to have purpose. Honestly, anything to keep his mind off his ex was good, I guess. I don't think he'd been laid since she left, despite me encouraging him to get out there and meet people. I dropped in to see him for a coffee, but naturally, he didn't answer the door. By now, I knew what that meant, so I walked around the outside of his house and peered in over the back gate. I could see him in his full regalia, moving slats of wood out of his hives and harvesting a batch of honey. "Hey, Mr. Blake," I called, waving. He spotted me and waved back. He looked like an astronaut in his getup. "I'll let myself in," I told him, and I hooked my hand over the top of the gate and slid the bolt across. I never wanted to get too close when he was around the hive. I think the smoke he let off relaxed the bees, but Mr. Blake regularly got stung through his protective outfit. I wasn't taking my chances. I hung back. "What brings you to this neck of the woods?" he asked. I took a seat on the bench he kept that overlooked his flower bed. "Can't a girl come visit?" "She can," he said, "but she rarely does." "It's a two-way street, Mr. Blake. Everything works both ways." "Can I get you a drink?" he asked. "I'm good. I'm happy watching." "Watching?" "You and your bees." "Oh, they're restless today." "Anything to do with you having your hands in their honey?" He laughed his big belly laugh. "A little, I'm sure." "How often do you harvest?" 2 or 3 times a year." "Oh, so today is really special, huh?" He smiled through his net. "Very special." I'd tasted his honey before I'd moved away, and it had been incredible. It was so unlike the store-bought stuff. You could tell it was all authentic, if you know what I mean. Just one man doing his thing. "I can't wait to taste it again," I told him. "Won't be the same this year," he said. "Why's that?" He nodded to the patch of flowers in front of me. "Different pollen." I sat forward and looked at the different colored petals. "That matters?" "Oh yeah, can make a world of difference. I got these plants in from New Zealand for this year's batch." "Which plants?" Mr. Blake moved away from the hive and pointed close to the middle of the big patch. "The white ones there with the deep purple center." I leaned over and looked. They were kind of mesmerizing and looked like nothing else in the whole bed. Bees buzzed across the top of the grass, visiting each flower in turn and loading up their butts to return to the hives that Mr. Blake tended to, keen to replace the honey that he was taking. "What do you do with the wax?" I asked, still staring at the flowers. "Candles, maybe," he said. "Been reading some people use it as sex wax." "Sex wax?" "Yeah." "Mr. Blake, there's no such thing." "Sure there is. You pour it on your lover when it's hot." "Pour it on your lover? That's just wax." "Sex wax," Mr. Blake reiterated. I shook my head and started to laugh, but suddenly I caught an image of him playing with his sex wax. "You used it like that yet?" I asked. "Need someone to use it with," he said. "You still haven't been out on a date?" "I've been busy, Elle." "With bees?" "With all kinds of stuff." "You need to be getting busy with a woman. That's what you need," I told him. "Maybe that flower will help," Mr. Blake said, nodding again at the patch.